Okay.
When you first bring the sap in, it's a nice clear color. Um, we've got nice clear storage sap here. Uh, the one problem that we've got is the ice, but the ice will melt very quickly once you get it into the evaporator. And it starts off clear, and as you work away and put more and more sap into the evaporator, you've got to keep track of how much sap is in the evaporator, and when it goes too low and it burns the bottom of the evaporator, then you have an unholy problem, because you got to scrub the whole thing, and it's very difficult scrubbing these stainless steel evaporators, but people do it, especially those who are novices. Now, what I like doing is keeping track of how much is in there. And the tricky part is that an evaporator like this has a bow in the center. So when you're determining how much sap is in there, there's at least 1.5 inches difference between the center and the outside. But if you measure from the same area each time, that's good. I always like to keep at least 2 inches in there without it bubbling rapidly, because if it bubbles rapidly, then it has an opportunity to stick to the bottom of the pan, and then it'll grab a hold, and then you have a huge problem. So I always leave a couple of inches, and at that point, the sap can be, or near maple syrup, can be pulled out from the corner. But in order to tell when the sap is becoming dense enough to be of use to take it into the final stages, you use this gadget which I introduced an earlier video, and that gives us the exact density we need. And as you don't want to have the final stage here, you want to have the final stage when you have greater accuracy, which is in the barbecue for me. So once you've got your near syrup in a good stage and into your container, the reason for having a metal one is that if you put a plastic one there, the whole thing will melt. So you can't do that. Take your plastic one, take your metal container, put it aside, and 4 or 5 or 6 hours, then you can take it and put it into a pail. Now, the kind of pail that you need to take it up, in our case, a couple 100 yards, you need one that has a lid. This is a great pail, a great lid, but it closes up so that you're not slopping it all over the place. They are very heavy and can cause quite a mess if you get all this sticky stuff all over the place.